There is no better way than starting Hearts of Iron 4, checking out a new DLC, than knowing that you have earned yourself a special boy star. So I did a quick little game in my spare time just to play around with some stuff, and apparently I've captured enemy commanders whose sum of their skills level is at least the following number. 42, baby! AKA the age I will be where I finally have to no longer play HOI4. Just kidding, I'm gonna be here forever. So, new DLC's out. I've been playing quite a few games in my spare... Did they change this? So it's different. Oh wait, no, they've just made it so it scales now. So, by the way, this means I haven't played these nations. All of the nations, I'm assuming, in HOI4 I have played now, except these ones. And I promise you, I will, I'll get around to it. Yeah, when the channel hits 860k subscribers, we'll do the Forgotten Nations challenge where I play every single one of these nations in a video. And considering the flag situation here, I imagine they're all going to be very similar. But hey, if you all hit the sub button right now, you can see me suffer. But here it is, the Dutch East Indies, probably one of my favorite nations now in the game to do a nice tall game in. I think if you've probably been following or even just playing the DLC yourself, you're probably very aware what the Dutch East Indies are capable of. Same with Siam. Siam not so much on the economy, but just everything else they could do. Don't worry, video coming on that won't spoil it though. But I did a test game before the DLC came out to the public of playing the Dutch East Indies. And guess what? They're disgustingly overpowered. And the way they're disgustingly overpowered? In the economy. I'll show you today though. On top of that, there's also a really funny path you can do. I think most people probably already know what it's going to be today because it is the funniest path they can possibly do. And I would spoil it for people that don't know, but I'm imagining a lot of people probably do know. But if you don't know, hello, I'm the Dutch East Indies. I'm currently being held against my will for now. What's cool about the Dutch East Indies, you may be asking? Well, first off, we've got a hell of a lot of population. We've also got a hell of a lot of resources, and this is just what we haven't managed to dig out of the ground just yet. Now, I know what you're saying, alright, the rubber is kind of pointless for us. What am I going to do with rubber? There's too much of it. I have too much rubber. Good news, because I've decided that whilst I don't need the rubber in my great country right now, everybody else does. And we get a really unique mechanic for the Dutch East Indies where we can sell our rubber. And I ain't talking about on the market like normally. I'm saying for something useful. You see, we can now go ahead and actually pick what we want to sell and how much of our rubber we want to sell for something that's actually worthwhile. So right now, I will go ahead and sell some rubber to subsidize civilian industry. That's going to yoink up 40 of my rubber for 120 days, and at the end, I will get a civilian factory. Pretty cool, right? Now, there are also a bunch of focuses you can do to reduce that time. I'm currently doing this one right now, which will knock another 30 days off of that. So we'll be able to do it like every 90 days, which is pretty damn cool. Every 3 months, we can get ourselves a free factory. Or, you know, if we ever run out of needing more factories, we can get some guns. We can get some political power. We can get some military factories. There's just so much we can sell our souls for. Now, it sounds kind of crazy, but we are going to stay with the Dutch for now. You see, whilst I am screaming and kicking down there in the basement of Bonifacius Cornelius de Jonge, I have an elaborate plan to break free from my captivity that nobody is gonna have thought of. That's right, I'm gonna build another basement around this basement where I'm going to trap him in. But for now, we are smiling, we are waving, and we are plotting. One thing I do like about this rubber selling decision as well, as soon as you've gone ahead and actually finished up your contract to sell the rubber, you can just immediately have it just go and do again, which is pretty damn nice. You don't have to come in here, you can just keep building civs by clicking the bottom option. And yeah, already down to 80 days now. And I think once I finish this one as well, that'll go down another 10 days, which means every 70 days I can get a free factory. Like I said, we're working on building a basement around the basement that I'm currently being held hostage in. And to do that, we're going to need to get our independence slowly but surely by getting ourselves some rights. That's right, the Dutch need to go ahead and let me have fun, or else Well, at the moment, I don't really have a choice on the matter, but hopefully they let me have fun. We have to take a break from the economic stuff to go down the Dutch East Indies here, because this is a shared tree that we actually own with the Dutch, and they need to go down here, because that's going to power us up quite a bit. And I know what you're saying already. Oh, we need to rely on the AI actually doing the shared tree. Well, guess what? We can force them to do it. Scattered around our focus tree and some of our advisors, we have things that will make the Dutch more likely to be our, for lack of a better word, bitch. This one right here will give them a 10% more likely chance to take the focuses in their joint tree. This will add up over time. Right here, we get another 20%, as you can see. Now, we're not going to do these ones in particular right there. That was just an example. The ones we're going to go for are a little bit further down, and there is a couple more scattered around. I just can't find them because I did this on release, and it's been like a week since then, so I'm going to have to refine it. But there's one right there. 20% right there. For free. I think at some point we do get an advisor as well that makes it more likely, but oh, there you go, right there, 20%. We do have to sacrifice a bit of autonomy gain there, but we should be fine. We'll get plenty. Plus, it's Dick de Hoog. Oh, okay, so after we got the Dick de Hoog, by the way, Dick de Hoog, that's what I was on about. After we got Dick de Hoog, and we got that focus that gives us another 20% right there. They are doing it, look at that, and these are really good focuses that we need the Dutch to do, specifically before they disappear off the map. They have also been accepting all of my decisions right now. They haven't said no. They can say no to these, and if they do, you don't get the bonus from it, but if you do, they do say yes, you get autonomy. And look at that, I'm already up to colony right now, so we're making our way downtown to Dominion Town. I did also stick with Bonifacius Cornelius de Jonge. You do get a choice between him or this guy right here. Just stuck with him, and I'm about to level him up, power him up, and he will actually get rid of a bit of that autonomy gain that we lose, but it doesn't matter anyway. We're going to get the most of this just from these decisions. I didn't mention, by the way, when you do these decisions, it will go ahead after you've sold the resource, make it disappear for 2 years, so eventually you will run out like I have. So what I'm doing is actually building up all the resources so we have more to sell. We just got another advisor that gives us a 30% more likely chance the Netherlands will do that, so that's 50% right there on top of, I think it was 30 or 20% from here, so 70% chance now that they should do a focus pretty soon after, right? What are they doing right now? Let's pay attention. Let's see if they do one after this, and if they don't do one, I want a refund, Paradox. Okay, well, yep, they didn't do one. Apparently that right there was a 30% chance to happen. I think my rubber is coming back around. I might wait just a little bit longer for it to stock back up, and then I'll go about maybe doing some different, because we have quite a few civs already popping up, but should we just go full civ? I think we might. I should obviously prepare at some point for the oncoming storm that is obviously being invaded by the Japanese. Some to-do list, alright? Right after I have a good old chat with Mr. Dick de Hoog. We've continued down our focus tree now, and we've officially brought a little bit of democracy to Indonesia, which means now we can actually just elect a leader whenever we want. And I'm going to go for this top guy right here just because he gives me democracy support, which is what I want. And there he is. Wow. Part neck, part collar. Where do they end and where do they begin? Nobody knows. Now, to actually continue on down, we do need to expand just beyond civilian factories here. We need at least 50 military factories and at least 50 naval dockyards. But we only need one of those, I believe, and then we need at least 10 of the other. So it's not too bad. We already have quite a few things going already. It's just going to be a bit annoying that I have to actually build dockyards, because despite the fact being an island nation right now, actually not an island nation, a nation of islands, I don't particularly want to do navy today. Oh, I'm demanding the Dutch hand over Henry Winkelman. Isn't that the Fonz? Wait, no, I think that's Henry Winkler. Maybe they're related. Oh, we are now free enough to become a dominion, which is just in time, actually, because I don't want to get called into the fight against the Germans that's upcoming. Oh, and we've also got the official flag now as well. We are the Dominion of Indonesia, and I obviously, whilst I'm, building our basement around the basement, want to keep the Dutch alive, I have a plan to keep them alive, even if they do fall to the Germans. But they will fall to the Germans, by the way, and I won't. So, sucks to be them. Well, that just activated the economy even more as well. Look at that. Already building with 31 civs. And it's only going to get better. Oh, I'm gonna leave that on red. Listen, I promise, I'm gonna save you. But it's not gonna be right now. You've already capitulated. I just realized they're gone. I can't save. We're finally gonna hit the button right now. We are gonna break free in a way from the Dutch. And I say in a way for a good reason. Don't spoil it though if you're unaware what's about to happen, because it is both stupid and beautiful at the same time. The Netherlands-Indonesian Union. That's right, I'm about to usurp the Dutch throne. Now sure, in all fairness, I'm about to put their monarch on the throne of this dual monarchy, essentially, but it doesn't matter, because I'm the big dog. It's also about to make something really funny happen to the German-occupied Netherlands here, so keep your eye peeled. Also, if you're wondering what the economy has gone up to so far, we're up to 64 factories, which is pretty good, considering where we started. The Netherlands accepts the Union proposal, and watch as this goes ahead and throws a bit of a spanner in the German occupation here, because technically I'm not at war with the Germans, so when I click this button, it just brings them back. Not too sure how much the Germans would be okay with that, but look at the factory count now. 117 factories. That is because we are both now free, and we've obviously annexed all of the Dutch land. It's so beautiful, but also just so stupid. I guess you kind of have to get lucky in some parts though, because you can see here, the Dutch did not bother actually doing a whole bunch of this. Like, they left out a couple focuses that I really would have preferred them not to miss. But I mean, what we could do is technically reverse the tables here and just re-release the Dutch as our own puppet here. I mean, it's not like we need this land anyway. We're going to have plenty of manpower eventually anyway. So, yeah, sure. Why not? We'll free them, and hopefully they continue doing the focuses. I don't know, actually, can they even do the focuses if they're my puppet? Oh, no, okay, they thought about this. They actually need to go ahead, and they need to be my overlord. That sucks so much, but they did think of it. I was trying to game the system paradox. But anyway, this is why you make precautionary saves if you're not playing Iron Man. Oh, there's a button stuck in my screen, but yeah, I guess we won't bother. Oh, we got their navy too. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, believe it or not, it's not really a lot of wacky paths in this DLC or anything like that, but this is definitely the wackiest from what I've played so far. Also, I think one of the best things you can actually do now as Dutch East Indies is air. You get all the resources that you need to build one hell of an air force, which if you do this path, you could then just go to Europe, go fight the Germans now, and become one hell of an air power. However, though, I think I'm about to get finally invaded by the Japanese, so I'm preparing for that. Oh, I bet you can't tell, but we've actually done a bit of expansion. Can you see it? Can you find it? Can you sniff it out, little Timmy? And no, it's not the Dutch land. We have expanded, and there's just so much expansion you could do as a Dutch East Indies. Come on, it's right there. Look, I took East Timor from Portugal. Why is nobody clapping? Yeah, after my original video, I did say I don't think a lot of people were probably going to like this DLC because it's not really a map painting extraordinaire area, but I'm genuinely having so much fun with the DLC. I don't know if it's just me, if the game's rotting my brain, but I think they all play a little bit unique because they kind of had to play these nations a bit different because it's not an area you can have a lot of fun in. Put it that way. I think they tried their best by making the paths a little bit interesting in how they play, and all of them so far I've actually found do have interesting ways to play. They're a bit abnormal for HOI4. Oh, they're declaring on the Philippines. That means you are coming in on me. One thing I've got to say though, Paradox, please for the love of God, change the color of the Netherlands-Indonesian Union because it's the exact same one as the Japanese for the most part. It's a little bit more pink, but come on, bro. Like, no, this ain't okay. I'm just putting my special research facility down, and I've just realized my guy's got a do-rag on. I mean, I guess, as you do. Definitely not the most offensive thing a Dutchman can put on his face. I think I'm pretty much ready to go fight the Japanese at this point. Might as well get involved before it is too late. And in turn, Am I also getting called in against the German Empire here? Probably. The German Empire could be in here somewhere. Wait, China? They find China? That's why. Oh, wait, that's reorganized China. Okay, you know, it gets a little complicated. Okay, yep, that didn't call me in against the Germans. I just love how actually the allies are just chilling in my land. They're ready to go in. Question is, can I somehow sneak a naval invasion over to Japan? I get the feeling they're probably going to still have their entire, yep, they've still got their entire navy from what I can tell between these mysterious shadows. Who's that? Pokemon. The Yamato! Hold on a second. The British do have, they already landed over here in like Okinawa, so I could technically just go for a naval invasion right now. Nothing's stopping me. I'm going to go for it. I ain't going to get anything, but it will get the Japanese off my back, and then I can just go on over to Europe in the Dutch land and go fight the Germans. Oh, actually, hold on. Can I sneak in there and just go snipe that little bit of navy? I mean, I'm going to try. I don't know what I'm worried about. It's not even my fleet. It's a Dutch fleet. I couldn't find the fleet, at least not just yet, but I did manage to... They've got nothing on the port. You kidding me? Again, love the fact I can barely even tell I've landed because of the same color. I got something of that navy. I got a basic cruiser. Wow. I've done somebody proud, I guess. I've done my part. I don't think I'm going to get anything at all in this peace conference, though, from the looks of things, which is fine. Wasn't expecting too much anyway, nor do I need too much because I'm an absolute monster as it is. I forgot to show this, by the way, but in one of the options, I don't know if it just appears after war, you get one of these rubber selling decisions that will actually lower the impact you have on your recruitable population factor. Because you do start, and this right now is like minus 25%. It starts at like minus 80%. You do a focus to get rid of some of it, and then you get another whole bunch of it off by doing that decision. So in case you're doing the same thing and you're kind of worried, don't say ISP doesn't ever tell you a trick or two for this game. Now, if you could please leave a like, I will go ahead and take that as my payment. Wowee. I sure wonder what I will be taking. Oh, I can take this. Oh, no, I can't even take that. Why am I red? How come I'm red? What happened to make me red? I don't know. Okay, so I got a little bit of Southeast Asia over there, but more importantly, I got myself an Indonesian Japan puppet, which means technically I've got a part of the Japanese Navy if I ever need it. Not that I think I will. It's also a tiny part of it. I've just realized that's yep, it's not even worth taking. Might as well have just taken the actual Navy stuff. Oh, I got the carrier though at some point. Didn't even realize that. Look at me go. All right, now time to go liberate the other part of my empire. Oh, I guess we're going straight for round 2. The state of Japan. Where is the state of Japan? Is that the state of Japan? No. What? What? Guys, I don't think we understood the assignment here. Fellas, come on. How did we not see this coming? Okay, well, where's the army? How far did they get? Oh, they're right there. Perfect. Well, Thailand, you've picked the perfect time to die. Germany is unfortunately going to have to wait. I officially want it down both in the history book and any sort of record that's going around in general that I was about to probably go destroy the Germans without a whiff of resistance. But then the Thai uprising began. So if anyone has some sort of doubts that I would have changed the outcome over there, because definitely the Germans are about to win. Don't pay attention to anything else. They're gonna win if I don't get over there. If they somehow manage to lose, though, it's a miracle. Or because I saved them. The Thai menace is locking down our amazing great forces right now, and 100% also making them starve in the jungles, because this sucks. I guess the upside is I get a little bit more land I'm able to take. Is it worthwhile land? And does it make the borders look any better? No. Does it mean I also missed out on potentially a D-Day? I think 100% yes. Okay, anyway, let's get to the party that I promised to be at a little while back. We've pretty much made it. Some of the armies still trickling in from somewhere, I think. Or are they all here now? Oh no, someone's lost. Oh, there they are. What? Okay, what are you doing there? Some of them are just going to Athens for a quick pit stop, I guess. You know what? Don't care. We're going in. Although as soon as we join, I think it's just over for the Germans. It ain't looking too nifty for them. Like I said, if you were ever going to play this this nation. Oh my god, like, air is the best thing you could ever do because you just have unlimited amounts of it. Essentially, you can do whatever you want. Anyway, does this mean I'm going to fight Japan again as well? I think, yeah, Japan is over there. So I've already got my submarines out. That's all I've built. And where's the actual navy? Do we still have it? Oh, there it is. It's just chilling. Okay, we'll put them out. Maybe they'll sink something. And in we go! Unsurprisingly, the Germans have... well, they have nothing that can stop me. Look at the state of those units. We are sinking something over there. 4 German convoys and also 4 Japanese destroyers. What are the convoys doing over here? And the Germans will pretty much collapse immediately. I don't reckon yet we're getting nothing from this. And do we need to capitulate Japan as well? We don't. So it's just the Germans and the Italians who've actually been invaded by the Mexicans. I don't think I've ever seen that guy before. Tell you what, though, we do not... Who do we just capture Hermann Hof? We don't need any payment for this. That's the first general I've caught all game, but we haven't really done too much war. We don't need payment, okay? No war participation matters to us. We don't want anything in the peace conference because we literally have everything in the best nation in the world. Indonesia, baby! And I guess technically the Dutch are also in it, but we did just turn into the Republic of Indonesia, and we just completely ignored the Dutch after. I actually prefer this name anyway, so we're also not a republic. That's a queen. Paradox, I think you might have a bug or two you need to fix. The Germans will capitulate, just waiting on the Italians actually to capitulate now, which is a little unusual if you've never played HOI4 or read a history book before. Oh, also this, I don't know if I've mentioned this. I can't remember where I've recorded recently that I would have mentioned it, but if you want to have a cool tip now whilst designing your divisions, you can actually just shift click and it will just copy what's already in it, so you can just very quickly create your units now. Very cool, right? Saves a whole bunch of headache where before you'd have to, you know, oh, we've got to put cavalry in there, then oh, I've got to put tank in there. Now I just, you know, I just click, boom, and it will copy it. And I think it copies it from the line before as well, so if there's a ranger there, boom, it does a ranger. Let's see though, if it does a motorized there, will it do a motorized there? It will do. And then if I go there, yep, it will just follow it down. Perfect. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Paradox. Oh, this might actually be good news for us. The Japanese have been promoted to a major after the Italians did their civil war, and no one's invaded them yet. I could actually get a bit of war participation here and take something. I don't care about war participation. I wouldn't want it anyway. But, you know, if it happened to fall in my lap and I managed to get some land and the map looks pretty good because my name's all over it, I mean, that would make me very happy. Well, there was a failed naval invasion by the Allies there, and I noticed that the land went to Indonesian Japan, which maybe in the peace conference they'll be nice enough to give them all of it, even though they're my puppet, and that would make me more powerful and not them. Yeah, look at us flipping on over. It would be handy, but the AI is always a little crazy when it comes to Japan and dealing with Japan in peace conferences, where they just love to just make the most disgusting things they can. I think it'd be a hell of a lot more difficult to get a naval invasion the second time around, because before their army was split all over Asia. Now it's just all in Japan, and they're pretty much willing and ready to not let me get into Japan. Oh, for a second when that guy was squatting, I thought it was a Ninja Turtle. Well, scratch that. Brazilians just got in no problem. Well done, Brazil. Brazil and Mexico are carrying the game today, apparently. Got a very strong underlying feeling of deja vu currently. Oh, question to you guys though, by the way. How's everyone liking the new HQ system? Are you a fan of it? You hating it? You liking it? Things you like about it that you potentially don't like about it? I don't know what I'm asking here, but I like it. I'm having fun with it. Wowee! I actually have some points. Do I risk it and try and get a puppet on Germany? Boom, right there. I'm going to take that. You can't stop me. You know what I said about them always doing the worst thing possible to Japan in a peace conference? Well, they did it again. Yeah, none of my allies wanted to give Indonesia and Japan any land, so now we've just let the Soviets in. They've also just taken a state, guys. Come on. I mean, more importantly, though, I do have my Dutch-German puppet over here. I like how it's orange as well. It's going to replace where the Dutch would have been. Hey, pretty cool, though. Very fun game. Little one. And again, look at the state of the economy. 189 factories. I could have gone way, way larger with that at the end as well. I just kind of stopped building for the sake of it. But yeah, we have so many building slots left that we can still do so much with. And that's just over there as well. I haven't even looked at what's still left. Oh my god, there is so much left in Europe we could have built. That's insane. And I guess if we wanted to optimize even more, we've got, oh my, look at all the factory slots over in Southeast Asia. That's crazy. Why are there so, were there always this many before? Man, I don't know if they've added more, but that's a lot, right? That feels like a crazy amount to be able to build up. Oh, and Thailand as well. They've got so many slots. You could go so damn large if you just kept playing as Indonesia. I mean, it's only 44. If you wanted to go fight the Soviet Union or even the Allies after this, boy, you could do it, and probably pretty easy. I, however, am done for today. I had a very fun little game there. Wasn't anything long or crazy, and sometimes I don't want to be doing long or crazy games, but this was a hell of a lot of fun. I think that's one great path that's in the game. Again, it plays a little bit weird, a little bit different, much like the, the Australian path that I did. It was a little bit different. I think that one had a lot more expansion over in Africa that you could do compared to what we got in Asia. Oh, and also, yeah, the Australians did get the British colonies they could take over here as well. So they can do a lot more expansion, but this just feels like you could take the economy for Indonesia to the moon. It's insane. But yeah, had a lot of fun. Let me know what you think down below, what your favorite nation is out of the pack. If you're enjoying the DLC, I'm having a ball with it. I know people are already like complaining, and I predicted they would complain, and yeah, I won't get into it. Maybe I'll do a slot video about it at some point. But yeah, I'll leave you all there. Please leave a like, subscribe down below. And I'll catch you all in the next one, where guess what? I think we might be doing Thailand. And also at some point, don't worry, I've not forgotten about Naval Australia. Sorry, I said Australia. Naval Afghanistan. I'm trying to get out. I'm just, my brain's actually putting a block there. You know what? Yeah, we'll do Naval Australia. That sounds way better.